Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the 10 to 2 podcast. I hope everybody's doing good out here. Another week, another Friday. Hope everyone was very productive, meeting all their goals, setting new ones. That's always the plan if you want to move in this world today. I guess the girls will be joining us later on. Not sure. I know that we all got things going on, and priority. That's another part of life. Some things supersede others. That's very important to understand. You know what I mean? Never going to ask anyone to prioritize anything of importance over something that's least important. That's just ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
Or who are jealous, right? Whatever not liking you falls under, because it could fall under different things and emotions, right?
Let's start this over.
One thing I noticed about people who don't like you, or who are jealous, right? Whatever not liking you falls under, because it could fall under different things and emotions, right? Is they will try to hide opportunities from you, right? Whether it's not inviting you out, whether it's not taking you places. I see this a lot of times with friends. Like, they will know people are romantically interested in you, people that you might like, right? Or people they know are good fits, and that person could tell them, and they will never tell you. They will never let you know. Or they'll try to discourage that person from talking to you romantically, which is fucked up, because you have a lot of people who would like you, a lot of people who want you in certain rooms, a lot of people who want to give you opportunities. But if you are around the wrong people, those things won't reach you. So I find that very interesting.
All right, all right. What she said is very valid, and it happens more than we think. And that's a weird thing because like, who doesn't? Okay, like, if a person is inside of my circle, the better they do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's better for me because your energy is good, and I'm dealing with you for one. Um, People definitely come across situations where they know that you would be good to meet with this person or to be in this space. You know what I mean? And they'll, I don't know if they aren't thinking about you. I don't know if they intentionally decide not to reach out to you or let you know about it, but it does happen. Um, I mean, you can look at just regular things. Let's go to a very low situation, very small situation. Like, let's say that you're into entrepreneurship and you want to start your own fitness business. Let's say that somebody you knows someone who's interested in the same thing, or they are very health conscious, or they are trying to launch a different type of brand that goes along with fitness. Now, this person in the middle of the two of you guys, I'm pretty sure that they see, like, wow, okay, fitness isn't my thing, but such and such wants to start a fitness brand, and this person over here is trying to start their own, maybe health drinks or whatever. Like, these two should connect. And like, people don't really realize, like, that's a business within itself. Being a connector, connecting people with other people who can do business together can be your superpower if you know how to use it right. A lot of people don't even pay attention to their hidden gifts. Being a connector is very valuable. And a lot of times you can work your way into situations and opportunities without even having to do any work. You know what I mean? I know a man with seeds. I know a man with fertile land. Hey, farmer, I know a guy who's got some awesome whatever type of seed. He's charging X amount. I'll introduce him to you if, when you get your crop, you give me X amount of what you grow. Not enough to kill him, but enough where you get something out of the deal. Like people really don't pay attention to stuff like that. And it's old. That's like one of the oldest methods of making money without having to do the actual work that people have been doing for centuries. It's just that now I feel like it's a lot of selfishness and a lot of people putting on false personas like they have all the keys. And when you act like you have all the keys, you're going to be reluctant to introduce somebody else because sometimes people are taking information from one side and giving it to others as if it's their information. Then they create a situation where they can't even bring you to the fold because once people meet the real source, they realize that the person in the middle is false. And that's that's a that's a crazy place that a lot of people put themselves in. What's going on, code name?
Nothing much. You know, it's Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look
How
like you
you
out on the
been?
grind. I've been good.
Making it to the
Oh, yeah.
house?
Okay, okay. Um, I'm gonna play the video for you so you can get a better understanding of where we at.
Okay.
Something I noticed about people who don't like you or, who are jealous, right? Whatever not liking you falls under, because it could fall under different things and emotions, right? Is they will try to hide opportunities from you, right? Whether it's not inviting you out, whether it's not taking you places. I see this a lot of times with friends. Like they will know people are romantically interested in you, people that you might like, right? Or people they know are good fits, and that person could tell them and they will never tell you, they will never let you know, or they'll try to discourage that person from talking to you romantically, which is fucked up because you have a lot of people who would like you, a lot of people who want you in certain rooms, a lot of people who want to give you opportunities, but if you are around the wrong people, those things won't reach you. So I find that very interesting.
Okay.
Yes, so I really wasn't attacking it from the relationship aspect. I was attacking
Yeah.
it more from the social
Friendship.
aspect, like okay, like for instance, what we do, we doing a podcast or whatever. So let's say we know somebody who knows that we do this, and they came across somebody who says, "Man, I wish I could get on the podcast," and they think of you, but they just choose not to connect you with that person.
Right.
That's kind of what we're talking about, and I was discussing that like it's a benefit to being a person who knows how to connect to people. You know what I mean? Like that's a business within itself. Like
Yeah.
that's what staffing agencies, recruiters, and temp agencies do for a living. You know what I mean? But
True.
it's like some people just, I guess, they're so either unknowing of the opportunity or they're jealous of the opportunity, so they are reluctant to connect these people, and that's really making it worse on themselves. But what do you think about it?
Well, I'm gonna just say the first thought that popped in my mind, and I'm gonna just be honest. A lot of times we don't get invited out to certain places because we don't do cocaine.
Right.
Just saying. As far as like socially being out with certain people, a lot of people
Right.
don't do what you do, but you do have malicious frenemies that will purposely not let you know about available opportunities that relate to you just because they don't want to see you come up. Sometimes they just want you either at a level that they're on or below. And if they see that a potential opportunity can level you up, yes, they will purposely not tell you or purposely sabotage it just so you can't have that opportunity. So I do agree with her to a certain aspect of that. Yeah.
Right. I guess I can see it from both sides. I think that what I'm saying, like if you have a pattern of not coming through, I can see why a person may not tell you, but like if a person sees you hitting every mark that you said, they see your hustle, they see that you a go getter, and they see that hey, if I put these two people together, they probably could do something great. You know, like that's crazy because if both of these people are in your circle and then they connect and they're being great, like wouldn't that make it great for the person in the middle?
Yes and no. Some people feel like they may be left out if they, you know, let the other person know about the opportunity. They feel like they may be squeezed out the middle and it's just them two. I mean,
Yeah,
you have
but
some
like,
people that jealous.
okay, let's say it's something that you don't even deal with. Okay, so okay, boom, check it out, right? Okay, let's say I knew you and I knew Juju, but y'all didn't know each other, right? So I'm talking to you about certain things on one side. I'm talking to Juju about the same thing on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And both of y'all want to try to create something. Why wouldn't I try to put y'all together? I don't know anything about it. Like, what kind of person would I be to be like, oh, I'm not going to tell Code Name about Juju. I mean, I don't even see the reason why I wouldn't do that.
I mean, you're a genuine person. Everybody doesn't have the same morals and ethic like you do, or like we do. You do have some malicious people that just don't want to see people grow. But I do get what you're saying. Like, if the shoe was on the other foot for me, I would. Actually, I can give you a prime example. About a couple weeks ago, when I felt like somebody would be potentially a good candidate, you know, for 10 and 2, I went ahead and shot them over.
Right.
You know, I'm that type of person. And if that person would have decided to join, I wouldn't have thought anything less. Like, oh, you know, that person may.
Hello?
Thought that. I would never thought that at all.
Yeah, you kind of cut out for a second there. But I understand it just
What was the last thing you heard? Okay.
You was telling me about the person that you had sent to talk to me.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I would have never felt any person at least you know, kind of spread out different views of, you know, that we speak about.
Right, because that's how you build community. Like no one has all the right answers. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not,
True.
nobody can do business and make money on their own, because how can you make money on your own? You know what I'm saying? You have to sell it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just independently
Right.
do something like that. But it's just, I don't know. I just have a hard time, you know what I'm saying, grasping certain stuff like that. And I'm the same way. Like,
Yeah.
I send people opportunities. I reach out to people. Whether they respond back, that's on them. But I do reach out. You know what I'm saying? I do try to talk to people and find out what they got going on. If it's possibilities where they are interested. Some people don't want to connect. You know what I mean? Some people rather just, you know, be dealing with the people in their circle because their circle has already been vetted. And see, I understand that. Now, if they make that known from the beginning, that's different. But if it's somebody who's open to connecting, and most people that I know are open to connection, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't want you to bring them no foul person. You know what I mean? They want somebody who's going to be upstanding and legit. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
you know, it's I see why some people don't do it, but
I know
I
I'm
think
still
that
checking out. I'm sure that-
you said I'm cutting out.
I said I'm cutting out, but I'm almost at the house.
Okay. I mean, you want to just hop
I know
back
I've been
on
going in and out.
once you get situated?
Sure. Let me try that.
I mean,
I'm
it's up to you.
here now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here at the house now. It should be a lot stronger. Like I literally, I'm
Okay.
pulling in my driveway right now.
Okay.
And due to the amount of children that I have in the house, I think I'm just going to parlay in the car.
Okay.
That way I can have a peaceful background.
Right. So I've talked to a couple of people who told me about the importance of protecting your network, and so I get that part, but if the two people are already in my network, that means that to a certain degree I already validated. You know what I'm saying? Like these people.
Yeah.
So it should be easy for me to see the connection. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like I know people who probably have talked to people and found themselves in situations where they could have possibly reached out to other people and made a connection and created something awesome. But you know, a lot of people, man, they don't even pull the trigger. I mean, I don't get it. Either they
Mm-hmm.
don't pull the trigger because of you, or they're trying to figure out how to position themselves to be that person. Like it would be me taking information I get from you and posing myself as if I have your same level of knowledge versus just connecting you with the person and me trying to get in where I fit in, which will probably be the best thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll just pry information
Yeah,
from you and you know what I'm saying, give it out like it's me, but it really ain't me. But then I
that's the
can't bring
crabs
you
in the
in.
barrel
Yeah, but then I
mentality.
can't bring you. Yeah, because if I bring you in after that, then everybody will see that I was just stealing information from you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
a thing too. So it's just crazy, man. I just be trying to figure it out. But so like what do you think like how do you feel like a person should like let's say you wanted to get into connecting people like be a connector for people out here who don't really understand what exactly we're talking about, like people who have a lot of friends but they're still feeling stuck, like how would you suggest they start learning how to better their
Connect people.
lives and their connection? Yeah, yeah,
Well, start finding out, what your friends and associates are into, what they like, what they dislike, what are they currently working on, things like that. And that can better help you see how you can assist them. Um, just like me, I'm a hoarder of information. When I say we got journals chock full of different types of information from trading to different herbs, um, different things as far as like with Medicaid and stuff like that, like the ins and outs of insurance. Like I got a lot of information just chalked up, like I just hoard it. And I have ran into people that could use it. And some information I haven't, touched the right person yet that could use that information. So I kind of feel like I'm a connector to a certain extent. Do I use it all the time? No. Um, and the only reason why is because a lot of times people claim that they're looking for information to do things. However, when you give the information, they do nothing with it. And that's what I dislike. I
right,
dislike people that say they want to do this or say they want to do that. And then when you give them solutions, they do nothing with it.
right.
So I just wasted a connection. And the opposite side, really could be wanting to, connect and you're lollygagging.
Right. That's definitely true. If oh yeah, by the way, if you want to turn any of that information into a business, let me know. Um, I'm definitely always trying to find a way to utilize my skill set, which is not necessarily the business itself, but
Mm-hmm.
coming up with creative ideas to get those businesses going and to help make them profitable. So that's kind of what I
Definitely.
do. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. But I definitely
I'm
do want
always
to
looking
say,
for another stream of income.
yeah,
Definitely.
and a lot of people reach out to me about, well, man, I want to learn how to do this with AI. I want to learn how to do that. I mean, I want to show you, but you know, I kind of need like a proof of work on some of the things that you do
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to
Waste
put
time.
not really waste time. I'm not even saying they won't use it. I just want to know your intent. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you could take information and use it to manipulate people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you're
True.
poisoning the well. You're poisoning the well, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm helping you do it. So, you know, like I said, I understand both sides. My thing is like when you know that the other person is pretty much a good stand-up person with morals and value, you know what I'm saying, who's going to do the right thing. It's just weird for to not connect them. But you know, if you know somebody who just trying to scheme and scam, then yeah, I would definitely
Mm-hmm.
not connect them with somebody who's upstanding. But if I know somebody who's scheme and scam just like them, and I'd be like, well, I don't know what they're gonna do. If I put these two together, I'm gonna put them two together. I'm gonna tell them what I want from the situation, and I'm getting out the way. You know what I mean? I don't want to have my name on
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Right.
it's still a potential opportunity there. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
like that's one of the few ways you can make money. You don't really have to do no work. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You could just say, "Yo, you could get a favor." Like, let's say this person has something that you need for them to do, but you know this person they can connect with. If you do this for me, I'll connect you with such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still business. You know what I'm saying? Like it's opportunities sitting right
Right.
there, and like you know, sometimes people just don't see them or don't utilize them.
True.
So
That
I
is true.
think, especially in our community, I think that's one of the things we need more than anything
Mm-hmm.
is the ability to connect, make the connections, man, and
And
let
not be
go.
salty about it.
Yeah, just let go of that stuff, man. It's holding us
Mm-hmm.
back so much, man. Like, and people never really know. Like they assume that, oh well, if this person gets ahead, then they're gonna be this, and you never know. That person may get ahead and try to figure out how to incorporate you into it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you never
Yeah.
really know.
Honestly, our people got to unlearn and relearn a lot of things before they can really be on that level. And I hate to say that. And some people are not really ever going to wake up. And those people are going to fall by the wayside. But if we can have more positive people in our community like you and I think it could really work. It could really work.
Yeah. Like
Speaking of us, where is Juju?
she had something come up. I don't think she's gonna make it tonight. I think she
It's
has
Juneteenth.
yeah, she's probably out doing her thing. You know, this is probably peak time for her. So, you know, she out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. This weekend is really going to be quite a bit.
Yeah, it is. It is. I really kind of fell behind because I had some stuff that I was really looking forward to doing, but man, sometimes things just you know, you just get caught trying to do multiple things at one time, and then
Yeah.
the things you really want to do kind of get put on the back burner. So
Yeah, it does sometimes.
yeah, I was telling her that I kind of need like a not really an assistant, just somebody to keep me on track because I tend to jump from one thing to another. You know what I mean? Like it's all the
Accountability.
same thing. Yeah, definitely. Just somebody to say, you remember you said you're gonna do this, right? I need you to go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Accountability.
No jokes. Yeah, no jokes, no games, no bullshit. Just straight up. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those people. I work better when it's people depending on me than I work for myself. So that's why everything I try to do is always something that gives back or it teaches or you know what I'm saying? It's for other people more than it is for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as I
Right.
stay doing something like that, I'm always being productive.
I get that. I get that 100%. I'm kind of like that when it comes to certain things myself.
Yeah.
I was told that I was dependent when I do that, when I really didn't think that that was the case. And sometimes you just work best when, you know, you have somebody there that's rooting you on, kind of being like a little cheerleader and just reminding you, of the path that you're on.
Right.
Sometimes you
That's
need
why you
that.
want your- yeah, because your worst enemy is yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's always good to have somebody else there. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll tell yourself, man, I ain't gonna do it today. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Or this ain't gonna work. You
Yeah,
need them extra voices. You know what I mean?
you do. You definitely do. I definitely agree with that.
All right. And if you're trying to do something, if it's not something that you're solely locked into doing alone, you would love to be connected with other people. They don't have to be doing the exact same thing, but they can just be in the same arena. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just good to have those people, you know. And it's I don't know,
Definitely.
it's just I don't know, it just bugs me out, man. Like I just don't get it. Like why wouldn't you tell the farmer about the person who sells seeds? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you? Like it's crazy.
And like you
Um,
said, you can create that into a business. A lot of people don't think like that.
right.
That is an actual business. It is. I
Yeah.
remember when my sister first told me that, like, that's basically what she wanted her business to be, was basically like connecting people. Has she ever acted on it? So so, but really didn't follow through fully. But now that I'm at this age, I understand what her goal was, because I'm kind of positioning myself to be like that.
Right. Right. Um I was just trying to apply for this opportunity
Hmm.
and they asked for references who could validate, I'm saying, certain skills that I told them that I had. And when I thought about it, I was like, yo, I don't really, the people that I do know are my family. So I can't use them. And I'm like, well, wow, where am I supposed to get
Do they
these
have the
references
same last
from?
name?
Nah,
Well, then you
but
can use them.
but it's a integrity based role. So I would just be undermining the whole role by, what I'm saying, using my family if I'm not supposed to use them. You know what I mean? So I was like, well,
Are they friends? Are they your
nah, but
friends?
certain background checks will show your whole family.
Close relatives. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, I ain't gonna use my family because I don't want to start. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Got you.
start this certain
Start
type of
off on a
role
bad foot.
already. Right. So I mean, I came up with some people, but it took a while because and I realized like with the people that I know and the people that are in my family, it shouldn't have been that hard. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
and when you think about that, you're like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? It will be like you being a car mechanic and everybody in your family like either sells cars, fix cars, or wash, you know what I'm saying? Or wash, you know what I'm saying? Like they deal with cars too. They may not do what you do revolving cars, but they are in the space where cars are in their presence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should never have a really issue of people coming to at least see you. Now, whether you execute and make the deal is different. But as far as just having people reach out to you or come to your location shouldn't be an issue because you should have X amount of people, you know what I'm saying, suggesting you just in passing. They don't have to put up a sign, but just regular suggestions like, hey, I know this person who sells cars.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Check them out. They might have something you like, they might not. But to not get anything out of it, it is kind of strange. I mean, that's why my focus now is to be proactive and put myself in those spaces myself because, I don't know if, like I said, sometimes maybe people don't think about it because it's not really what they're into. So they don't really think about, hey, I know this person, like such and such just said they want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're not thinking about it because that's not what they're into. I don't know. It's just
Hmm.
something to be considered, and like she was also talking about relationships. I'm pretty sure that happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even
Oh yeah.
a thing. That happens all the way through high school. I don't really worry about
Mm-hmm.
like that because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of guys and females that do that to each other. Like, oh, my best friend, like my homegirl, he's like my secret crush, but we ain't never got together because we friends. So I ain't gonna never tell him that my homegirl like him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or vice versa. So I know that happens,
A lot.
and I can respect that more than the opportunity side because those are feelings and emotions, and you got to be around these people if they get together. So I can understand that part a lot more.
True.
You know, it's just I guess it's just human nature. So like for people like do you think that I mean like people tend to I guess it like whether they choose to like connect people is more based on the fact that they don't like you or the fact that they're kind of like because I know it's some instances where people don't want to share they don't want to share their circle. Like which
Some
one do
people
you
just want to gatekeep. They just want to gatekeep just because they feel like if that opportunity falls in the wrong hands, then it may deter the whole situation. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example because I felt like this should have been gate kept. Um, Insurance companies last year was giving out utility um, utility vouchers,
Mhm.
and it was for each person, not just the household. Each person, $250 per person, and in some households, you know, you have multiple people, and each person would get that.
Right.
This was mass spoken about on TikTok. Well, this year they decided that it will only be $250 per household instead of $250 per person. And I really feel like if it wasn't spoken about a lot on TikTok, they would have never changed it.
Right.
It would have been the same. So I understand when people gatekeep certain information. I get that. But certain things should not be gate kept. You know, others should know. But in that instance, you know, I really felt like that should have been gate kept. Like, should have been on the hush.
Yeah, because I'm sure it's a lot of people who probably try to figure out ways where they can add people that didn't even live in the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
or using it and you didn't even need it
right,
because it was really for if you really needed it. And I'm
right,
sure a lot of people were not using it properly. Like you already have your bills paid up, you're just getting it just to get it.
right,
And then you have some that are really struggling and really needed it and couldn't get it.
right. Yeah, that happens a lot. That definitely happens a lot. Yeah,
Quite a bit.
that's kind of how I am with some of the things I do. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'd be wanting to just say, hey, this is how you do X, Y, and Z, but at the same time, like, okay, if somebody exploits this, then you know what I mean? Like, and it ain't even got to
Mhm.
be a serious exploit. It's just got to be enough where you hurt one or two people, and now you have this situation where, especially if it falls back on me, now my
Mhm.
name isn't valid anymore. You know what I mean? And I already had it
Mhm.
happen to me in a business I was running before. Like people were you know, taking my responses and like pasting other responses on top of it, you know what I mean, to manipulate the situation. And I just had to like just remove myself from the whole thing, because I was like, yo, like man, this is not what I was trying to do. I didn't it was me being naive, I guess. I forgot that everybody in this
Mhm.
world doesn't want to put into work, so they're going to take the easiest route.
True.
So,
Yep.
you know, I had to just back out and like reevaluate how I do things. So, like, that's kind of where I'm at now with what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to establish as many ways as possible to prevent people from manipulating others. You know what I'm saying? By what I put out or what I decide to offer.
Hmm. And you're not going to be able to prevent all of it, but you can
Nah,
reduce it.
can't. Yeah, yeah,
You can reduce it.
yeah, definitely. And see that's the thing. Like it's nothing wrong with if you want to connect to people, you know what I'm saying, and you're
Hmm.
skeptical about one of the people, you can ask them questions and figure out how serious they are. You know what I mean? Like you can do all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, it's just good to see what can happen.
True.
You know, because I mean, think about rap. What if the DJ wanted to just mix, and he
Okay.
was being popular just off mixing and scratching? Oh no, I don't want to let you talk over my beat because you might take my shine. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep making the
Yeah,
scratches and just let it be what it be. We may not even have rap music. You know what I mean?
that is true.
You know, so it's a lot of things to consider. But
You know, it's crazy that you mentioned that because I seen a
mhm,
video the other day where and it's probably going to steer this all the way left, but it was a video about KRS-One stating that African Bambaataa created rap. And due to the series of events that have came out over the years about African Bambaataa, he was like, you know, I feel like we should still cover him and keep him safe
mhm.
because he started the rap game.
All right.
So he's like, you know, since he's down in history for creating something that is mass produced and you know a lot of people are into it now, that we should overlook what he's done. And i I don't necessarily agree, because well, I agree and I disagree. I disagree because we have other people in history that has done some things. However, they also made ways for other opportunities to come through. But at the same
Mhm.
time, we cannot excuse the the things that they have done, because at the same time, although they have assisted and helped a lot of situations and people,
Mhm.
they also have hurt a lot of situations and a lot of people.
Right.
How do you feel about that? And I'm sure you
Um,
may understand what I'm speaking on.
I kind of do. I think as far as rap go, I don't really know exactly who was the first person who started actually rapping. I know
I
that it
thought
was
it
a
was
lot of.
cool in the game.
See, I don't really know. I got introduced to rap through like Run DMC. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And for me, I mean, I know it started before them, but that's what got my ears. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a point where it's like I can build a car that you use to pedal with your feet, but
Hmm.
the person who put the motor in it and make it go faster is the person that get the credit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like yeah, some people will remember that you made the first car that you paddle with your feet, but I also know that the game changed when he put the motor in it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So so I guess that's how it's got to be said. I mean, I don't really know, but I mean, I definitely understand. You know, like the first person who decided to do a podcast. I mean,
Uh-huh.
granted, you might have been the first person to do it, but it's on a whole new level now. It's on a way different level. Like almost everybody has a podcast of some sort or wants one. So yeah, we could
Mhm.
give credit to him, but the father of this will probably be the person who took it to astronomical levels. You know what I mean? Like in the next 20 years, people I ain't gonna say people may not even remember KRS One, but where they put them at, it's gonna be, you know, in a whole different category than where they're gonna put somebody like
Right.
Jay-Z and Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and Lil Wayne. So like, I mean, that's just how it go. That's why some cases you have to stay relevant so that people don't forget you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
people are reminded to, hey, we need to protect this person. And I appreciate what KRS does because he always advocates for the originators of rap music, of hip hop. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But a lot of them guys, they only bring up those names in like interviews. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's different. And then there's a lot of young people that don't even acknowledge them at all. You know what I mean? Even the people that we listen to or have listened to, like
Mhm.
it's just the nature of the business, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You ready to get to this next video?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it on. See what
Yeah,
it's about.
it's kind of the same topic in a way, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
The government does not want you to know that if millions of people Of course, the government does not want you to know that if millions of people hold the same fear, belief, or limitation, that the collective consciousness solidifies the reality for everyone, and mass belief becomes mass experience. And if people figured out that their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs were shaping their experience reality, everything would be fucked, and there would be no more mass control. But hey, it's just a fucking conspiracy.
Oh, we touching on conspiracies.
Well, I don't even think it's not a conspiracy. I mean, when you think about almost every religion, even in the Bible, you know, they say like your words hold weight. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
anybody
I
with
do
any
believe
type
that
of
the
belief.
English language is a whole spell book.
Yeah. So anybody with any belief should understand that your words, your feelings, and your emotions are a certain control over how your reality unfolds.
It has a frequency. Yeah. So
Right.
if you speak negative in your life, that's all you're going to get is negative. But if you speak positive over your life, positive things will come. I do believe in that 100%.
Right. And
100%.
so if we know it as individual people, then you know the people who have the money and the resources to actually test this, you know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying? They
they
know.
definitely know.
You know what I mean?
And those are gatekeepers. They gatekeep because they don't necessarily want the mass to know, because if they know, then a lot of things will be revealed. A lot of protocols will be broken that has been set in place. Rules will be broken. A lot of things will really come to the forefront,
Right.
and they really don't want that to happen, because if it does, then their empire will fall,
Yeah.
which needs to happen. And I will say a lot of that transpired when COVID hit. It
Yep.
did wake up a lot of people. I will agree to that. It woke up a lot of people to really see things for what it really was. But like I said, not so long ago, it's a lot of people that are still asleep, that are still, on that hamster wheel. Um, and they may not ever get off.
Right.
I mean,
Right. And like I guess like when you're talking about like mass consciousness and having the majority of the world focus on death is a thing, because I know people who have, like, after COVID was supposedly ended, they continue to have people, lose their lives. And one thing I had to realize personally myself, because I suffered loss during that period of time, was that okay, it happened, but I can't allow myself to fall into this, I guess, slump of death. You know what I mean? Because like I really believe that how I think controls, my outcome. And I think
hmm
people know it. They don't really practice it. They only practice it when it comes to stuff like maybe a job, or what I'm saying?
hmm
I need to be in a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep it
Right.
only focused on them personally or like their family, but they don't never think about, okay, my position in this world is that I need to, what I'm saying, practice this outside in the world,
hmm
because you could be around a whole bunch of negative people. Either you got to get away, or it's gonna be hard
Yeah,
as hell to stay positive. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will speak negatively, especially if you are doing something that they have never seen done.
Right.
They will definitely speak negative about it. Oh, you can't start that business. You can't start that business unless you have this amount of money and these connections and this, that, and the third. And like I said, a lot of those people are the ones that have never seen it done. They just heard of something and assume that that is the actual way instead of actually testing the theory out. You have a lot of people
Right.
like that.
Right. Right. And I've dealt with that a couple times. Um, Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, I was
Can you hear
actually
me?
talking. Yeah, I can hear you. I was actually talking with someone. It was like a job opportunity, and it was like, "Well, what would you do if you don't get this job?" And I was like, "The same thing I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep improving myself, keep learning more. I don't focus on the negative. You know what I mean? Like it's a difference between assessing the risk and making a plan if things don't go the way that you want them to go, versus thinking about it's not going to work. Those are two different things. You know what I mean? I think one of the mistakes people make is they find reasons to say why it don't work instead of just looking at it as, okay, it's a possibility that it don't go this way. So if it don't go this way, then when I get to this point, I go that way. You know what I mean? They don't map out a plan. They just think of all the reasons why it's not going to work, and then they just cut it off.
hmm
It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? They'll put the but into a lot of their excuses, but they never put the but into what they're supposed to do if things don't go the way they want it to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
hmm
can't get this job at this company, but what I know, I could also get a job in this field. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to keep it moving. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if you can get a
hmm
large amount of people to feel a certain type of way, they'll make their own selves slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I really don't like. I understand why people, you know, say that the system is set up, but at the same time, I also try to shine light on the ways that you can still make it within the system. You know what I mean? Like I'll never be like, well, the system is against me. It's against me. It's designed for me not to win. Like I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? I believe that nothing, no
Yeah.
weapon
It
formed
is
against me.
designed for you not to win. However, you need to know how to play the game too. So
Yeah,
if you
but
don't know how to
that's
play the
what I'm saying.
game,
Right. It can't be a part of your language. Like, you know what I mean? It can't be a part of anything you put together. Like if you put something together and you feel like the system is designed for you to fail, then you're gonna fail. You know what I mean? Like no matter
that
how
is
hard you
true.
try to, yeah, in the back of your mind, if you
hmm
believe the system is designed for you to fail, you're gonna fail. And as a
Right.
community, it's so many of us that think that way. You know what I mean? So it's
To where
like,
before you even attempt to start anything, you already done, you know, nipped it in the bud because you assume that you're not going to be able to make it because of what you've seen or what you heard. And you
Right.
never know, you may be that first person to really push through, to the other side.
Right. And on top of that is sometimes it's not even our experience. Like people say the system is against me, but that might have been what your mom and your daddy went through. Like you can't even pinpoint a time in your life where the system held you back. You know what I'm saying? But you're just saying that because that's what they went through, and you took on their struggle when, you ain't even made an attempt. You never seen it happen firsthand because you don't even attempt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To even try to do nothing different. You already made the assumption that that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. So you don't even try at all.
Right.
You already done gave up before you even started.
Before you even started. Look, you don't put your own self in chains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mental chains. Because there are no more physical chains. There are no more physical chains anymore. It's a mental thing. And I do think, if we were to ever have World War III, it won't necessarily be an actual battle. It'll be more so a mental, spiritual battle, in my opinion.
Right. And I think that within that battle, it's going to be the war against your purpose versus your purpose and your beliefs versus self-preservation. Like
Mm-hmm.
who's really prepared to stand on their purpose, you know what I'm saying, versus doing whatever they got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were just gonna pick survival because they do it right now. You know what I mean? They don't, they'll choose survival and say that the reason why they have to live that way is because the government is against them. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like early.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
It's always the government. It's always the government.
Yeah.
Say we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Right. And like I know when I was younger, the thing used to be dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's how everybody defined their future. Oh, either I'm gonna be dead or in jail. Some people accepted that shit like mad early.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Why would you be accepting this as your fate?
Yeah,
you know
to where they went ahead and set themselves up for that.
Yeah, man. Like
I'm gonna end up here anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and go now. You know.
My motto was, whatever I try to do, I'm going to try to be the best at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going half-ass, whether it's good or bad. I'm not going to half-ass that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. I refuse to be defeated because like my motto is like I look at life like everything is a fight. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Like even these cigarettes is a fight. And the day I say, Matt, you gonna let these cigarettes kick your ass? And I'd be like, hell no. I put them out. I'm done with them. I mean, that's really how you gotta look at it. You know
so you had to answer yourself. Hell no, I ain't gonna let that shit happen today. So not today.
Hell no.
I get it.
It's all fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
everything is a battle.
Yeah, you can't tell me my future is either dead or in jail. I'm gonna prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna prove you wrong. And I think that's just one of the things, and it's crazy because people will try to prove everything wrong other than the things that probably matter the most. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole relationship thing, men against women type thing that constantly keeps coming back that I be trying to avoid. Like think about it. If you wanted to control population as an entity that wanted to control, all you would have to do is put it out there that men are this, women are that, and keep teetering side to side to try to create this large amount of belief in this one thing. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna do the rest. They're gonna do the rest of it to themselves. All you got to do is just make them look at it from, that angle and paint a negative picture. And it's not even everybody's situation. You know what I'm saying? You got people, you got men out here hating women and they ain't dated a bad woman before in their life. They were just bad boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? But that's because way things going, that's what they're gonna push. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Definitely.
it's just crazy. But then they'll be the first one to say, "Man, I'm spiritual," or "I believe in positive energy." Like, bro, none of the actions that you take look positive. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to believe in energy, you got to believe in the whole thing. You can't believe in 25% of a concept and
Right.
think it's gonna put any good impact into your life. You know what I mean? That's like me saying I believe in energy, but I'm talking negative about women when I got a mama, sisters, and a daughter out here in this world. For me to say that all women are bad is for me to say they bad too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's I don't think people really be understanding what they
Coming
be
out their
doing.
mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
They
And like
don't.
you might be trying to talk about this one bad relationship instead of just keeping it to that one person. You put it on the whole group, and you may not be
Yeah.
knowing that. You might be cursing yours. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
And you
say
are.
like you got to
You definitely are.
you got to be careful, man. Like it's never going to be bad to the point where I feel like I gotta put something negative on the whole group, especially when I got people who I know and love within that group. That's just
Hmm.
that's insane. No, know what I'm saying? Knowing what I know and believing what I believe. You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
That's true.
you know, and these like, and it's a saying like never cast pearls amongst swine. But some things,
I've never heard of that.
yeah, yeah, because the swine don't know what to do with the
Never
pearl.
cast pearls amongst swine.
Swine, right. Pearl has value. A swine doesn't care about value. It likes to play in the mud. It likes to get dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They'll take it and do whatever they want to with it. But at the same time, like some things you gotta let people know. And sometimes people are here and they're just not going to pay attention to it anyway. They're like, oh, he just bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Hmm.
it, it's a very intricate um situation that we're in, you know, and it kind of makes you want to just separate to a certain degree and just say, hey man, I just want to be around everybody who's positive. You know what I mean? And that's good. But if your group is small, I mean, how do you still gonna have to deal with negativity at some point because you're gonna have to, unless you find a way to build a self-contained community.
Hmm.
Because the minute you venture out of that community, you're gonna go right back to the same shit. That's why a lot of religions practice showing kindness because you're trying to put that good energy out into the world because that's where you have to move it versus just keeping it inside of your circle. I mean, think
Right.
about it. All the way back to church because I grew up in church. That little song, "This Little Light of
Yeah.
Mine, I'm gonna let it shine." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It won't. This little light of mine, I'm gonna keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let it shine.
Yeah, you got to.
And I think that song right there was more of a motivation for younger people because you have people out here that are looking to dim your light on purpose and hoping that you succumb to wanting it dim just so you won't get the backlash that you are receiving because of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Did
kind
I
of
go
look
out?
at it like, no, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I I kind of look at it like, yeah, people want you to dim your light, but it's not because they hate you. It could be because when you turn on the light, it casts a shadow on everything. If the light's bright enough, it shows everything. Some people don't want to stand in your shadow, and some people don't want to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's more for to me. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, it's more for them to be protected. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like people can't know you're great because I'm dealing with you. And if they know you're great and then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, when they see you and you deal with me, they see me too. And they be looking like, well, Dad, how can you be with this person and they're doing all these great things and you're not doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people just don't want to be in that position because they're not emotionally capable of handling that type of pressure. Because that's the pressure that's going to either make you move or make you run away.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people try to prevent it before it even happens. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll be like, well, I ain't gonna help him be greater than me. I ain't gonna help her be greater than me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. If they get it, they get it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna help them. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure they don't get there without ever like telling them out my mouth that I don't want them to do it. I'll do little things to make them discouraged. I'll take myself out of the picture because I know they love me. You know what I'm saying? I won't never tell them why. I'll just separate myself because if I can make them feel down, they'll start doubting themselves or feel like they did something wrong and they won't push as hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of times people are painted as, oh, you're acting different. I ain't act different. You just separated yourself from me like I did something to you.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. They just want to try to turn some switch to make you, because can't nobody dim your light. You have to do it yourself.
True.
You know what
That
I'm saying?
is true.
It's just a way they're trying to get you to turn yourself down. So it's different. But like imagine a world if everybody wanted like love and happiness and you know what I'm saying to be, you know what I'm saying, just to have the things that they need and be satisfied, like for everybody, not just for themselves, but for everybody. You know what I mean? I think the world would be totally different. It will be hard because we have limited resources and we have people who value the security of having more than enough. And I'm not saying they're wrong for wanting more than enough, but just the thought of having more than enough when it's people that don't have any at all, it creates a problem. You know what I mean? And that's probably the biggest problem that we really deal with is that the biggest part of the pie is held by very few, and the masses have to fight over this small little piece, like in any market, job market, you know what I'm saying, finance, loan, you know what I'm saying, whatever you look at, it's always a small piece for the most people. And we all fighting over the same thing. So we constantly pointing fingers. Like, let's say men and women get back on the same accord, and now everybody wants to have love, wants to have a marriage, and we're not back and forth with each other. It's going to be a new thing. Somebody's going to make sure it's a new thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody within that piece of that small piece of the pie, they're going to have to be at odds with each other because as long as it's miscommunication, then we'll never look at, okay, how do we all get to the parts of the bigger piece of the pie? You know? And it's just something to think about, man.
Hey, you putting a lot out there.
I mean, I
think that's what the whole purpose is to, you know, allow people to view things in a different light than what they already have. I think that's the whole purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's just that like when you talk about certain things and you put things a certain way, and it can come from one person sincere and honest, looking for something positive. Another person could take that very same thing that you said and find a way to twist it and manipulate it to create the outcome that, you know what I'm saying, they want. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like boom. Here's a prime example. Women being abused by men is definitely a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's some women who are valid in their fight against that. And then there's some women who are just feminists who use those women's pain to push
Mm-hmm.
their feminist agenda. Those are not the same people. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because some people just don't want to be hurt no more, and some people just want women to hate men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They pushing feminism because they don't like their boss and they think that they can do his job better than he can. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even about none of the women, they pain, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what makes it. That's why we don't never really solve none of these problems, because there's so many people riding the train that ain't even supposed to be on it.
Hmm.
They're just trying to push their agenda along with somebody else's. Like remember we was talking about how the Black Lives Matter movement got connected
Yeah.
to other movements, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they trying to push their agenda along with ours. Let's connect to them so we can push this thing together. They don't care about what some of them may, but it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
why you trying to tag along with us to get this thing going? But a lot of people don't realize, I mean, how can you connect a group that has a diverse array of people in it with a group about black people? We're black. All of us in our movement are black. You have different color people in your group. It don't even match up at all. So it's just a lot of these things. Like, I don't even think people really see it, because people are just using them out of their pain. It's wrong for how they treat black people. You know what I'm saying? We feel the same way because we don't have the right to express ourselves the way we want to. It's not the same thing. But because they're using your pain, but because they're using your pain against you, you just thinking like, yeah, you right. You don't even see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they made a choice to be the way that they are. Well, in my opinion, they made a choice to be the way they are because they could choose to hide it. I can't choose not to be black. You know what I'm saying?
See, Black Lives Matter was created, low key to assist with that. It really wasn't created for the actual purpose that they're portraying. And that's the reason why it gets grouped like that. And I've noticed, like, a lot of people that say Black Lives Matter, they are a part of the LGBTQXYZ. I don't know if I'm saying all of the letters correctly, but I know it has extended itself over the years from LGBTQ.
Right.
So, yeah. And that's my opinion in regards to the Black Lives Matter. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to say it's a full fact, but just what I've researched and understood myself, that is what I've came up with.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because I'm pretty sure somewhere within that organization it's connected to feminism, but every woman who's a feminist is not black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So it's like, okay, I understand your pain, but stay over there. I mean, I'm being for real. Like, when it comes down to a movement that we all want to be connected on, that's cool. But like, we got our own journey, and we've been fighting this thing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to come in, and I don't know that some of the women in your organization maybe have these same views, and they only connected to us to get to the point they need to get to. And when they get there, they might treat us the same way as the other people we talking about. Right now, they just letting it go to the side because it ain't as important as them getting their feminist rights. You know what I'm saying? But the minute that they get what they want to get, they might show that they, you know what I'm saying, they don't care about black people too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you gotta be careful, man. Like,
you do.
Like, that's what I be
You
telling people.
definitely
Like, it's okay to feel the way that you feel. Just make sure that you're feeling the way that you feel because it's valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes that want to get custody of their kids because the mom broke up with them versus a guy who really wants to have his kids. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. You know what I'm saying? But in a group, But in a group, it's hard to tell. You know what I mean? Because we all saying the same things, but bro, we're not here for the same reason. You know what I'm saying? And see, the dude that really wants his kids may not get his kids, but the dude trying to get back at the mama may get his kids and treat his kids wrong. Now he done make everything we talked about, make all of us look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's my
Life
only,
is like that.
Yeah, like that. And I think that the people who really feel like their movement or whatever they're talking about is really them, I think that inside of those groups, they have a responsibility of figuring out who is who. You know what I'm saying? You can't just let everybody.
Have a responsibility of weeding out.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want people to respect what you're doing, and I think that's why a lot of movements don't get respected, it's because you allow all these other people in with other agendas into what you're doing.
Just like they have refurbished or I'm not going to say reinvented. I'm going to just say refurbished the Black Panther movement. And it's not hitting as hard because they're not doing a lot of things that the original Black Panthers were doing. It looks like, they're just out there just to get notoriety, but they're not necessarily, repping the cause that the original Black Panthers were doing. Like, they were really into the community. They were there to protect and serve, literally, like protect, serve, make sure kids ate. Like, to be honest, the whole breakfast and lunch program in schools that started with the Black Panther movement, they were actually doing that, and they made sure that they provided, for the community.
Right.
Today's Black Panthers, they're just out there marching. That's it. That's all.
And somebody who's really affiliated with the Panthers should be like, look, y'all got to call yourself something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you're doing, I mean, do what you do. You just can't tie yourself to what we have done or what some of us are trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful because think about it. People who are against your movement is already looking for a reason to discredit and you know what I'm saying? Discredit what you're doing. So the more people you let in who aren't honest about why they're there or what they're trying to do and with hidden intentions, those are the people they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people they're looking for. And those are the people they're going to expose when the time comes to say, well, this is why we're not dealing with them. Look at this person. That person won't even supposed to be a part of what you're doing at all. So, it's just little simple things that I think we tend to overlook, and those little things are some of the things that help shape our reality and how we think. So we just gotta be careful, man.
Definitely, I agree.
Be more conscious, like instead of just saying I think positive, saying that I like positivity in my space, like we say alignment in relationships, like men and women, but we need alignment, period, in everything that we do. You know what I mean? Like the people in your circle, like you need to know what y'all align on and what y'all don't. You know what I mean? Because like, let's say you got beef with somebody and you just want to go beat them up. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's with you and they're a stone cold killer. So you thinking you're going to beat this person up, and this person
they going to kill,
right? And they go there and they just shoot this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I had no intentions on going this far. You know, I mean, I'm being for real, and I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of times this can happen to people.
Like, well, man, why you ain't say that? Why did you even bring me? You already knew what I was about, so why even put me in that situation?
See, now that's different. If you know what the person's about, you don't bring them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like if you don't, but some people don't even check to find out what a person really is about. You just know that we do X, Y, and Z together and they cool. That's it. That's all you know. You don't know this person right here. He really about it. Like
he about that life. Like, he really about that life. He need to stop playing.
And now you're in a situation. Yeah, now you're in a situation now. It's crazy. Or like jobs. Like you got people on your jobs who really want your job to change, And then you got people who complain about the job because they don't really want to work. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk about the same thing you talking about, complain about the same thing you talking about, but they only doing it because they mad because they got to actually work. You just want to actually just see change. You don't mind working. You know what I'm saying? You can love your job. Like, y'all not aligned. They just saying what you saying. Totally different reason.
Yeah.
So then the job start making changes, and they be like, well, see, now we did what y'all asked, but now we got these group of people over here that still don't want to work. So why do we change it for? You know what I'm saying? They done made everything you talked about, you know what I'm saying? They made the whole movement look bad.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's just something that I be seeing a lot, man. I be seeing a lot on both sides in different types of situations, man. Just people not, I don't know, man. It's like people letting your barrier down so early. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't keep their guard up. Like you gotta keep it up, especially when you're dealing with certain things, because you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're risking yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're risking everything that you got to push this thing that you truly believe in. You can't afford to let it be tainted by somebody who's really not about that type of thing. Because you're risking way too much for that. So like the protection has to be greater, you know what I'm saying, than what you're even risking to a certain degree. Whether you win or lose, that's just the risk of winning or losing. But making sure that it's not tainted so that you even putting up a fair fight for what you're risking is just as important. But I don't know. I feel like I kind of went off on a tangent. But yeah, like the government knowing the secret, the government or any person, like even in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? A dude can know, you know what I'm saying? If I keep her feeling negative about herself, you know what I'm saying, she'll always feel down, so she won't leave me. Like people know this, but they don't never think outside, like, yo, if I really want a better family, I mean, I'll say a better life, then I need to think a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? I need to push them to think a different type of way. They don't really think about that. They just say, I'm positive, y'all negative. That's it. You know. But at some point, it's gonna come back. It's gonna always come back, and then you're gonna have to make a choice. That's why I said, like that's why I try my best to encourage people. I mean, I'm not gonna go to certain extents to encourage people, but I try to always encourage them. Like, yo, bro, thinking negative ain't gonna work.
Stay positive.
Right. Like, I'm always gonna push that, because if things get bad enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm trying to help you understand the key to even get on the right path. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't let this go, I don't see you winning unless you just go all the way in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't want black and white at the same time. You know what I mean? And here's the craziest thing about, like, on the level regarding poverty. The government is designed for you to fail, but you go and get benefits from the government. Now, where does that make sense? If it's designed for you to fail,
because that's the part that's going to help you fail.
Right? Why are you even going to them? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's. I don't even think. I don't know, man.
It's like my theory is, and I'm not going to say it's every person with a disability check, but a lot of people with a disability check, I see when they first receive it and they continue receiving it, like they slowly but surely go downhill.
Right.
Like they can start out, maybe they just had some issues that was probably going to last a few years, or possibly may have dissolved or whatever within a couple years, but now it's like it's a permanent thing.
Right.
When you first got it, you know, you were still walking around, you were still able to do certain things for yourself, and now You can't walk. You need assistance with everything. You have a round the clock nurse now. You have incontinence issues. Like, I really think that's the thing. Like, it really is. And I feel like that because once you start receiving things like that, it's certain things that is expected of you. And they're going to double check and make sure. I.e., you're going to have to take certain medications for the things that you are having a disability with.
Right.
And, you know, doctors are going to check your blood levels and they're going to see if you're taking this. And if you're not taking it, you know, it can be reduced or stopped because you're not following the plan.
And most importantly, you have to say stuff that is not true, depending on what you say your disability is. Just to keep,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now you speaking.
And a lot of people started out like that. Like, you was just playing the game just to get the check, but now you really in it. Like, you really got this going on now.
Yeah.
And you can't get out of it.
And you done spoke it on yourself. Spoke it all
really. All of yourself. And I've seen that more than once. Yeah. I thought I was tripping the first time, but that second time it was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Right.
It's happening exactly like this. Like, I seen it right before my eyes. And I just couldn't believe it. I was in awe. Like, wow.
Yeah. Like, and you should be the one. And you know, a lot of times they don't even be seeing that. They don't even see that. They don't even see what happened. They just think that it's naturally happening. Oh, see, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you actually spoke this on yourself. You put it in your mind. You wrote it down.
Did.
You know what I'm saying? You did everything that required to make that spell work. You did everything.
You sure did.
For that little bit of money. Because it ain't.
And it's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. Like, it's like almost $1,100 a month.
Right.
And if you break that down, that's minimum wage.
Right.
That's minimum wage, 40 hours a week.
Right.
At $7.25.
And it was cool when you were still moving around doing what you want to do and you was collecting the free money. But now that them symptoms are now taking place, man, you can't. Now you're like, yo, what happened to me, man? My health just failed.
Now you done got put in a home or assisted living, and now they taking your check, and now you only get $40.
Yeah, and I spoke all this on myself. That's crazy.
And now you want to get out of it, but you too far in now.
Yeah,
you too far in.
And look, they not gonna let you out of. You ain't even got control over your documents no more.
Nope. Yeah, and let you start tripping. Oh yeah, they're having mental issues. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're having memory issues. No, that never happened. And now you wondering, like, you know, is this really happening? Like Cat Williams, like, am I really a tiger? Or am I just an aggressive cat? Like, what am I? It's crazy. It's really crazy. Sometimes people do anything for a check.
Yeah.
It's not always the right thing to do. It really isn't. Because once you get it, you know, it's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it at all.
Right.
At all.
And see, and when people do stuff like that, that kind of gives the powers that be excuses to try to make it more strict on the people who definitely do need it. Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? You just, I said, man, like, it's just, man. It's just crazy, man.
It is. If we can wake up and really see the illusions around us and come together as a collective, we can really, you know, we can really tear down the curtain. We can really see, you know, the guy back there who's pushing the buttons for eyes to appear. We can really do that. But you have a lot of people that have fear that guides them everywhere that they go. And fear is like a cancer. It's very contagious. Very much so. And sometimes you got to cut it out. You literally gotta cut it all out.
All right.
But everybody doesn't have the ability or the courage to do things like that. Because again, they've never seen it done. So they're scared to be the groundbreaker.
Right. Because they probably say that, oh, this is where I'm gonna be at forever, or you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody say that's where you're gonna be at forever just because that's where
Or they
everybody
thinking too far out instead of taking one step at a time. Because you know, some people they at step 1, but they already thinking about step 6. What am I gonna do with step 6, sir?
Right.
Can you get past step 1?
Right.
Let's do these steps first. Let's do these steps first, and you cross that bridge when you get there.
Get to
A
it.
lot of people
Right.
don't think like that. Nah, they
Right.
gotta think it all the way out. Sometimes you just gotta deal with the first few steps. I mean, you gotta learn to crawl before you walk. Nobody
You gotta
just
learn-
ever got up and just started walking. They had to crawl first.
And you gotta learn how to fall too.
Scoop,
And
shoot,
get
scoop
back
before
up.
you crawl.
Right.
Yeah. And if you fall, don't stay down.
Right.
You got a lot of people that fail and they fail hard and they still laying on the ground right now because they don't want to get back up and redo the things that they have already done because they feel like they put in so much hard work with them steps that they feel like that they shouldn't have to do it again.
Right.
And clearly the reason you failed was because you weren't doing the steps quite right, or you attempted to skip over something, or you attempted to ignore something, and that's the reason why you fail. So this is the reason why you have to do it over again.
All right. One of the things I was taught from like being a little boy was the world don't owe me nothing. It don't owe me nothing.
Right.
Good. It don't owe me nothing bad. Meaning that it's a blank slate. I can get what out of this world what I want out of it if I move accordingly. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that because they're born in a certain situation that the world is going to just give them heartache and pain, and that's what's coming, and that's what they prepare themselves. They're pretty much bracing for it. You know what I mean? And it's like,
and it might not even ever happen like that. You
Right.
just assuming to
Right,
where
that's why
it's now you're speaking it on yourself to where it's actually going to happen like that. And it's like when it finally pops up, like I knew it was coming, I was waiting on it, but you actually spoke it into existence.
And what's crazy, right, is their belief that they're going to be okay could be just as strong as how their life is going to turn up. So nothing never happens. They just never do nothing. So you be like, Dad, bro, you ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? You smart.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you get those people like that.
What
Like,
are you doing?
you could have been anything in this world, bro. Like, I don't remember nothing bad
Could have
happening. You know
been.
what I'm saying? Like, they
Could have been
they just-
records.
They already just suspected something bad to happen, so they just froze. You know what I'm saying? And didn't really do nothing. You know?
Right.
So, you know, like I said multiple times, like I seen people make something out of nothing. So, you know, I always had like that visual that it was possible. You know what I mean? But, you know, I know some people don't see it as much, but you got to find it where you can find it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, okay, like one of the things for me, right? Like when I was like, you know, I went through that phase where I wanted to be, you know, hanging out, doing my thing, you know what I'm saying, with my friends in the street or whatever. Like the music I listened to.
Right.
Like I never listened to music that made it seem okay to go to jail.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always listened to the music. It was still rap. It was still based around the same principles, but the person rapping didn't believe in going to jail. They didn't think that was a great thing. So therefore, my
Sounds
energy
like
was never. Yeah. So like, even if I was out doing something I ain't had no business doing, my mind was never set on I'm gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people now, they don't care about going to jail. Man, I'll go to jail and go to sleep the whole time. For real. I showed up to court. I already had my bags packed. You know what I'm saying? Like they okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
So he showed up to court, already had the bags packed. You automatically just knew you was going to jail.
Yeah, you cool with
You
it.
didn't even give it a chance.
Right.
Just I'm going to jail. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Mm-mm-mm.
all about how you think, man. Just like
Right.
I hate to say it like this, but just like the sentiment that um everybody is, that everybody that's white is racist, and it's some people
Okay.
who aren't racist. You know what I'm saying? But like if you go
Yeah.
into everything that you do moving like that, then you could really be lacking the skill, and somebody turns you down, and you'll assume it was because you was black.
Mm-hmm.
When really you're lacking,
Automatically.
yeah, you're lacking the skill, but because you can't get off of that black and white thing, you never even evaluate what you need to work on. So you just
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, I ain't gonna try no more because they against me because I'm black."
Hmm.
When you could really just been lacking the skill. You know what I'm saying? It could be something as simple as they needed you. You need to be able to explain something a certain type of way, and you kind of fumbled around in a sentence or something. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Depending on what type of job you're trying to get. You know what I mean? So like to assume, oh, well, it's because I'm black. Man, because you're black. You might just need to study how to deliver, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying in a better way, and you probably can go right back to either that job or another job on another interview and get the job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all the same thing, man. You controlling your thoughts.
Yeah.
But I really don't I mean I try to be strong on that. I always try to be mindful of that. Like I used to work this job, and the dudes be like, "Dang, bro, you don't never get tired, do you?" I'm like, what is tired? You know what I'm saying? What is tired? You know what I mean? Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually move like that. What is tired? I know tired when I get there. Now, in that, I push myself further than what I thought I could ever do. Um, but I was tired. And it won't because mentally I thought I was tired. My body told me I was tired. I mean, like falling asleep, trying to make it home tired. You know what I mean? Making it in
Right.
the driveway, but not making it in the house tired. Like as soon as I made
Mm-hmm.
it home and turned off the car, I feel right asleep right there. Didn't even make it in the house. 5 or 6 hours sleep in the car. So that's tired. You know what I mean? But like, just somebody seeing you constantly grind, they be like, oh man, ain't you tired? Don't you be stressed out?
Not when you're grinding.
Right.
Because if you're grinding, you're doing it with a purpose. You have a goal set.
Right. Right. But if somebody makes you believe that though, it'll start creeping in. And you'll
Mm-hmm.
start saying it like, I'm tired. Like I done been around people like that, man. And I'm talking about like I'm grinding hard. And they will be around me and they were always tired. You know what I'm saying? This is lazy, self-defeating talk. And one day I woke up, I was like, man, I'm tired.
And the
Like, hold on,
motivation.
man. I was like, hold on. I don't say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Why am I
Yep.
saying stuff like that? And I looked around, I was like, you know
Because
what?
you've been around people that have been doing that and it's low
Yeah.
key affecting you.
Yep.
Time to
And
cut it off.
that's when that wine came out. For
Okay.
real. Had to make them disappear. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got that one.
I
Ah!
mean, for
Oh,
real.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
feel
that's
it
how
though.
you
I
gotta.
really do.
Yeah. I mean, and I started using that language because it keeps me from having to think about emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh man, I gotta think about how it's gonna affect them if you know what I'm saying. I remove them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And care about their feelings. Like, nah, I just got it. Time for me to go to work.
Yep. When
Rest
you
up.
on a certain journey, you got to cut some people off because everybody can't go. Sometimes we drag people to places where they wasn't even meant to be, and we don't receive everything that we're supposed to get because we're too busy dragging people along.
Right. And if you allow yourself to consider their emotions and their life, and it's especially hard when you're like what I'm saying, a person who sympathizes for people and you have a lot of empathy because then you start thinking like, well, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen to them and all that stuff like that. You got to find a
Now
way.
you're catering.
Yeah, you
You're
got to find a
catering.
way to separate yourself from them feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'd be like, yo, it's time for me to perform my magic trick.
Houdini.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing long and drawn out. Like, yo, you got to go.
Yeah.
Simple.
Just fall back. Fall back
Yeah.
real hard.
Yeah. I might think about what I did 5 days from now, but you're already gone. It's already done.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, oh, you got to go.
Right.
That's just it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even personal.
No, it's just some shit that I gotta do, and what you got going on, it doesn't really align with what I'm doing and where I want to go. And unfortunately, I gotta leave you right here because we done drug some people along. We done drug some people along. They was kicking and screaming, and we was still trying to bring them, and things just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And even when you was trying to build, they was snatching bricks while you done laid them up there.
Right.
They snatched them right away. And those are the people that do things like that because they are stuck where they are and they don't want to be alone. So they will drag people down with them, hoping that they will be comfortable at that point too, so they can have some type of companionship while they sit in their rut.
Right. And
That's selfish.
And try to give you excuses on why it ain't gonna work.
That's selfish as fuck. It's selfish. It's real selfish. It's selfish to yourself, and it's selfish to the individuals that you are choosing to drag with you.
Or try, because like people be thinking they're real smart. They'll try to inflate your ego to avoid having to do anything. Like, oh man, you're probably better at that than I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they
just so you can do the work for them. Right. Yeah. They want you to do the work for them.
Yeah.
Look, they low key just said, "I want you to do the work for me." You just didn't catch what was said.
you moving all the bricks, laying the foundation. They down the street telling everybody y'all building the house. Oh
yeah, we building the house together. Yeah. You ain't putting out a brick down.
Right.
You just waiting for them to bring everything into fruition so you can enjoy the fruits of the labor. And you ain't even do no labor, bruh.
Right.
And
if I told you to go to, and if I told you to go down the street and tell somebody we're building a house, you wouldn't want to do it.
Right. You wouldn't even want them to know. Because then they might want in on it. Yeah. And they might turn around and try to put in more work than you did. Now you really gonna be out there in the open of not doing nothing. Everybody gonna be able to see.
Yep.
Yeah. And that carries back to the first video that we spoke about with not connecting the right people. Right. Because then it's either going to X you out, or you were attempting to assist in the creation, but you really wasn't putting in the work like you should have to say, you know, I had a hand in this. Right. And somebody else come along that you know of is actually doing the work, you know, and now it's showing that you ain't did not a SHIT thing.
Right. And you know what? If you had came and told me and say, look, bro, I'm not good at laying bricks, but yo, I know my man down the street, he'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you need some help.
But when you get to them windows and them doors,
yeah, I got you.
I'm your man.
Right. And see, I
people don't think like that.
Because you telling me, you know what I'm saying? But you also still helping me. Like you're replacing the value that you're not able to give me. You know what I'm saying? I know. And see, that was one of the reasons why I used to say, yo, if y'all know somebody want to be a part of the show, let me know, because I know we're not always available, but it's always good to have X amount of people, you know what I'm saying, per show. Because I know things happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you know somebody, let me know. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't say Juju sent me people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't work out. But for you not to know nobody, not even a single person, you know what I'm saying? Like that's or for you to tell me about people, but I never meet these people. You know what I mean? Like, yo, here's my email address. Send it to them. Simple. You know what I mean? Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. But yeah, you like
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not know too many people, but the one that I sent you, we have spoken about a podcast once before. So when he popped up in my head, that's the reason why I sent him over. He is a complex individual. That's all I can say. And I was just like, if y'all have a conversation, everything goes good, then hey, it is what it is. If not, it is what it is too.
I like that because you can take complex people and come up with something new. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I find value in everybody. You know what I'm saying? I try to. You know what I'm saying? I try to find value in everybody.
And that's the good in you. Yeah,
but some people, man, the only value you find in them is lessons for yourself.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that.
You do. You do. And I'm appreciative for them lessons to myself. And one of the lessons I learned was we can't keep going like this. Now, if it was something else where it was easier for you to do whatever you're doing and it works out, then I'm cool for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool for that. Like, shit, let me know. I don't deny nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't deny nobody no help. Like, I don't care what it is that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I might not be a part of it myself, but I will still help you try to put it in motion. You know what I'm saying? After that, you got to go do whatever you're going to do over there. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy, man. But I like the way that you tied it back to the first video. That's really what I've been trying to do. Like, take two different things, but they're all connected in a certain kind of way. That's one of my goals. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk about what celebrities are doing and stuff like that, but I feel like in a way that's what everybody is. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to figure out how to, and that's cool because I do watch some of that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It does lead to interesting conversations. I'm just trying to, do something different. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, we're going to keep plugging away at this thing. And I got some ideas on how to grow it a little bit more. So, we'll see some changes moving forward.
Now, I know you said that you wanted us to send you videos, right?
Right.
I know I sent you some videos. Smith.
You sent them to where?
I sent you some videos. I ain't seen not now, not a nice thing, yo.
If you sent them, I might have overlooked them. I don't know. I just had to delete my whole email thing.
Nah, I sent it through text message.
Oh yeah, if you send them through text message, I'm definitely probably not gonna use them.
You text me.
Nah, but I gave y'all my email address. I said email them to me. That way I can keep
You said send them to you. I mean, but still, you can click on it, and then you can transfer it or save it, download it.
But a lot of people send me videos. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people send me videos, like just random stuff that they think is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I when I see stuff like that, I don't really, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to it. I just move on to the words. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to say, well, here is a video that I think you might, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to
I did.
let me know.
I did. Hey, here are a couple of videos I feel like we could have topics on. Yeah, I did that. No, I didn't send them in the email.
And more
But I
importantly,
did text message.
I
It
don't
scared
have
me.
TikTok. I don't have TikTok on my phone.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
You
don't.
got TikTok.
Nah, that's one of. Now you know how many apps I got on my phone. Think about it.
I don't know. I could
It's
imagine.
almost everything in this world got an app. You can only have
True.
but so many apps on your phone before your phone starts
Right.
filling up. So
That is
I
true.
got all my important apps on my phone. I mean, I got TikTok on my laptops. That's why I said send it to my email because I can just go right to it. But like if you send me a TikTok video on my phone, I'm actually gonna say join TikTok. Download the app.
Okay. Okay, Smith.
Oh yeah. And I'm really bad at text messages anyway.
Uh-huh. You ain't gotta tell me, I know.
Yeah. Everybody knows. I do. I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I see them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you sent it to me on Saturday.
I sent it to you a while ago.
No, I'm saying it was on a Saturday.
It was.
Oh yeah, Saturday. Man, shoot. I'll probably trying to build something. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like outside of this, I'm either brainstorming, relaxing, or working.
Okay, Brain.
So yeah.
What you gonna do tonight, Brain?
Oh, probably just brainstorm. Try to find
Same thing we do every night.
what
Try to take over the world. That's what you were supposed to say. That's what you were supposed to say, sir. I was going to be popping out tonight, which I still may, since it's Juneteenth. Not going to have the same outfit I had on earlier, though. My feet hurt now.
I thought about it, man. I'm just like, I'm probably gonna chill right here. I got like a whole bunch of shit that I need to do. A whole bunch of stuff, man.
You
know,
I want to pop out to somebody's karaoke or something like that. I really want to go play pool. That's what I really want to do.
If I was to pop out, that would be the type of stuff I do. Because even when I shoot pool, I'm thinking.
I mean, you still got to be strategic. I played pool last weekend. Was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend. And it had been a minute before then. And I think that's something I may be getting back into on a regular, just to touch up my skills a little bit. Because I was real rusty.
Are you any good?
I was real rusty. I was real rusty. Like I remember how to, hit the ball, but to actually, line it up. Yeah. Nothing at all. I'm just hitting balls.
I think I went to the pool spot near me. Like one time I got there and it was full of people and everybody was on the table. And I was like, man, ain't no need me going in there because I don't want to wait. Like I need to find like a place where you shoot pool, not a place that has a pool table.
Tournament.
I'm saying it's a different, not like a tournament, but a place that you come here to shoot pool, not
competitive.
Like a bar with pool tables in it.
Gotcha.
Like an actual pool hall. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, that's where I went to. I went to an actual pool hall. And we thought it was packed because they were calling out names like you're up next on this table, but in actuality they had a tournament going on, and they actually had an empty table in the back. So we played for a little while. Played about 7 games. I won one. I won one. I won one out of the 7. But I still had a good time. I'm not a sore loser at all.
Right.
Not at all. It just gives me motivation to practice. That's all. Because I really don't like to talk junk. I'd rather show you what I can do. I'd rather show you to walk instead of talk to talk. And that's always been me when it comes to anything. You know, I like to show you. I really don't like to talk about it. Even in spades, you know, you got a lot of people that talk smack all the time. I'm a silent killer. I'm a silent killer. You can talk all junk all day. I ain't even gonna bite at all.
I talk
Let my
shit
card show you.
I talk shit at the end of the hand. Like what we looking at them books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I ain't even gotta do that. I like to show you. Like that is.
Yeah. I don't smack. I don't do none of that. I just slide it out there real smooth. Like,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's me.
And you know, it messes people up when you play like that because they expect for you to be all rowdy.
Yeah, that's what they want, so it can throw you off. That's the whole gimmick of it. I pay no attention. I remember it was one time, probably about 2 years ago. I wanted to go play cards, and I happened to call my brother, and he was over at my aunt's house. And it had been a minute since I seen everybody, and shit, it had been probably about 15 years since I played cards. Like, literally, it's been that long. And they were playing Pat. Have you ever played Pat?
Nah.
Peter Pat? Tunk?
Nah.
None of that?
I only play spades and poker.
Okay, we're gonna leave that there. Well, Pat is it's a card game that is widely played in North Carolina. So I'm still questioning you, but that's neither here nor there. Got there or whatever, and they were actually playing for money. And when I say I got in there and I started whooping ass silently, and my aunt had to stop and ask, she said, "How long it's been since you played cards?" It's been about 15 years. She said, "You a lie." Where you been playing at? I haven't been playing anywhere. That's just me. I can tell you I'm a numbers person. I can tell you that. But yeah, I mean, it was to the point where they was getting mad. Like, you know what? Game over. Game over. I went in there. With $20. I came out $150.
That's what's up.
For sure. Especially somebody that really ain't played in a long time. I mean, seriously, it had been 15. Like, I had to stop and think. Like, at that time, it was just the amount of time it had been. It's the same age as my son. I hadn't played cards since I had them. So, yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That's what's up, man.
Definitely. Shoot, I might want to go play cards tonight. I just might. No, I might just mind my business. I really just want to go play pool. I want to go play pool for a little bit. Possibly find a karaoke spot so I can sing off key and know all the words.
You don't be afraid? You don't be nervous?
For what?
That's what's up.
For what? What you gonna say? Ooh, you don't sing right. I don't give a fuck. Keisha?
Oh, yeah. See, so like I've tried to act before, but like I've never tried karaoke. And I don't know why.
What gets me hung up is looking at the words. That's what really throws me off. If I know the song, I'm gonna just sing the song. I hate following the words because then I get thrown off. Really.
Yeah. See,
I think that be the embarrassing part for me.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to avoid is doing a song that I don't already know.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you already know it, don't look at the words. Please don't. Just sing it however you want to. Sometimes you gotta ad lib. You don't always have to say all the words. You just get up there to have fun.
Right.
And I don't care what nobody think about me. And I think that's what helps me a lot. Cause I don't give two F's. I don't. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up. It's about that time. We're gonna bring this show to a close. I appreciate you being here with me tonight.
Of course. Anytime,
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah.
You know how we do.
And
We
for
still
anybody
brought
who
it through with just us two.
Oh yeah, definitely all the time. And anybody who sees this video, we just ask that you like, you know what I'm saying, share and subscribe. We appreciate you tuning in with us. We try to come every Friday. We do take sabbaticals between every 5 to 6 episodes, just so everybody gets a chance to recharge. Other than that, this is a continuous thing, and we're going to keep it moving. We wish you guys a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is that you're watching it. And
happy Juneteenth.
Definitely happy Juneteenth. All right. See you guys later.
All right. Have a good night.